Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. And it says, if you had to fight one of the Teen Titans, who are you picking? Yeah, the first one out is immediately Robin. If you think you can go up against Robin, you're full of shit. Again, this is the same guy who beat the shit out of a giant metal dog and then buried it with one hand that the other Titans with superpowers were struggling to stop by himself. Then, mind you, he's beaten the Titans by himself multiple times. There's nobody going up against that man. Next out is most definitely Raven, because not only just, magic, most of all, who's trying to fight intergalactic space Satan's daughter? Boy, she can literally manifest nightmares that can drag you into nothing. Nobody's trying to deal with this. Next out is Beast Boy, because I already told y'all I'm not fighting this man. Shoot him my ass. If full-on villains can't handle this man while he's turning into demons, aliens, mythical creatures, and all types of animals, what use do I have with a gun? Yeah, I would say fight Cyborg, but after watching that Stone episode, I want no parts of that ass whooping. See, I'd fight Starfire because she might take it easy on me because she's nice. Kitten fought Starfire with no powers and survived, and she hated that girl, so I got a chance. Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. It says, out of all of these characters, who is worthy to pick up Mjolnir? Before we get started, let's go over the criteria of what it means to be worthy. Thor says to use his power, one must have compassion, restraint, nobility, wisdom, and humility. I honestly feel like Courage fits this mold to a T. How he'll do anything he can to save Muriel from the evil monsters, demons, and aliens that plagued him every day. No matter how scared he is in the situation, he always rises to the occasion. I don't believe that Steven would be worthy yet because he's still learning who he is as a person. I mean, SpongeBob is a no-brainer for being worthy. SpongeBob's entire journey alone and that movie just showcases why he'd be worthy of Mjolnir. I feel like Ben at the end of Ultimate Alien is definitely worthy because he had phenomenal cosmic power to do anything he wanted with nobody to stop it, but he chose to give everyone free will and proved that he was worthy the moment he decided there was another way instead of killing your enemy. Finn has a righteous heart and a noble spirit. Finn still has a lot of growing up to do and he lacks wisdom. Bugs wouldn't be worthy, he just gagged his way into the power. Ed dressed up as Thor, he would play into the part so well that he would convince himself into being worthy. He's done it before. Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. And it says, if you had to survive a night in an abandoned city with one of these predatory creatures, which would you pick? People, we know off rip that the Death Angels are never an option. Boy, I already said a long time ago, if I ever get transported to a Quiet Place universe, just send me to the king. Boy, I'm not trying to live in any universe where if I breathe too hard, it means instant death. Even though we know about the high frequency sound, I'm not even about to risk it. Xenomorph is another dead on arrival idea. You can't run from it, you can't hide from it. You're definitely not gonna fight it because I'm gonna lose. They're highly intelligent. Even if by some miracle I manage to get away from it, this buttermilk bastard's just gonna look for me all night. Honestly, when you think about it, the worst on this list is the Weeping Angel, because the sheer moment you look away for a second, it's over. Turn your back, you're dead. Look away, you're dead. Blink, you're dead. Then in an abandoned city, it would be dark as hell. Honestly, I would take my chances with the alien from Nope. I mean, the alien's main target was horses to eat. Even with the alien right above them, they were still safe inside. Hell, OJ just went to sleep in his car. I can survive this. Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. And it says, who would win in a fight hands only, Rock Lee or Robin? Boy, recency bias is definitely in full effect because what are we doing here? Glad that Robin's getting some shine because of his feats and how cold he used to be. With Robin being an absolute unit in some moments, please understand that he still has limitations. While Robin is an adept fighter and one of the best in the series, think about this, he's never defeated Slade in a 1v1. Yes, Robin has gotten some solid hits on Slade, nobody's denying that. But this is because Slade is holding back because he has plans for Robin. Slade even said it himself that Robin needs a few more years of training to be considered a threat. You can take that statement with a grain of salt, but Robin has lost hand-to-hand fights against other martial artists after this. So much so that he had to go to Asia to train, and this was at the end of the series. Boy, by the age of 13, Rock Lee was already considered a martial arts prodigy. And Robin can't keep up with Lee's unweighted speed that an auto defense couldn't. People tend to forget that the 8 Gates is the highest form of martial arts. It's taijutsu. Robin is not surviving a hit like this. Quit playing. Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. And it says, you break into a secret facility and find these items. Which one are you taking? First of all, I'm not even looking in the direction of the shields because these are entirely useless to anybody except Superboy. Shields are created to suppress his human side so he can use his full Kryptonian powers. These might as well be stickers to me. First of all, I don't want some random Pokeball because I don't know what the hell is in that hoe. On top of that, even if I did know, who's trying to take care of a full-fledged Pokemon? Boy, I barely feel like walking my normal dog, let alone trying to take care of a damn Suicune. I'd take the Fist of Justice just for the flex of having something that I can box gods with. I mean, you never know when you might need it. Definitely taking the hypnotizing wheel from Ed and Eddie because the shit worked. The hypnosis was so strong it made someone actually believe that they were actually a freaking bat and started flying. I would want the magic pencil, but I don't feel like I would use it that much because I don't know how to draw. But hey, I can learn or get somebody else to draw it. The number one cop for sure is the Turbo Action Backpack. Backpack can damn near do anything. It can turn into a car. It's a built-in defense system. And it can fit anything. Yeah, that's me. Well, folks, it's about that time, and I got tagged in this one today. And it says, what is your favorite lineup for these teams? Not gonna lie, out of all these teams, I really resonate and I like the Creature Commandos. The Suicide Squad movies have always tried to capture that team camaraderie shit, like these guys would relate to each other because of their trauma. Like this team of psychopaths would just bond over this scuff situation. This dynamic always felt forced. There's no part of me that really wants redemption for a lot of these guys, except probably Diablo and Deadshot. The Suicide Squad works so much better in animated form because these guys portrayed the fact that they would betray each other at any time. This is not a family. These are criminals and psychopaths forced to tolerate each other. One thing that makes the Creature Commandos a breath of fresh air is that these guys aren't dicks to each other for the most part. Crazy how the monsters can have more civil interactions than the humans can. For the most part, most of them are just off-rip likable characters. On top of that, the team is just cooler in general. This team just makes more sense. If I was making a task force to take down something like the Justice League, they'd be monsters, not people who can just shoot well. Commandos actually feel like a team. Well, folks, it's about that time. I got tagged in this one today, and it says, what is the best adaptation of Bane here? Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the Harley Quinn version of Bane, but he is far from the best adaptation of the character. Next up would be the Batman Bane, because this Bane was kind of different. Character-wise, this Bane wasn't much, but an overall design and intimidation factor as a Bane, he had it in spades. It has to be hands down the largest and most powerful Bane that we've seen in media. He was that much more powerful that Bruce had to actually make a suit just to go up against him. Main downfall of this version is that we don't see too much of him in the story. Tom Hardy's version of Bane is definitely not your traditional version of Bane, but he is up there. Iconic is an understatement because this man is made up of quotables for days. This version of Bane truly changed the scope of how we looked at the character, at least cinema-wise. Arkham Origins Bane was straight up perfect. This man came with authority on Batman to tell him he was not a force to be reckoned with. This is comic book Bane to a T. I almost thought he was about to break his back here. And not only showcasing how intelligent Bane is, also showcasing how he's willing to do anything to break the bat. He's definitely the best. Well, folks, it's about that time. I got tagged in this one today, and it says, who would win in a fight, Shigaraki or Sukuna? It comes down to thinking about this fight, I don't see any way Sukuna could win. Take Sukuna's strongest techniques like his domain expansion, which is city level at best, or his flame arrow, which could also be considered city level as well. Neither one of these attacks could kill Shigaraki. His most powerful technique, the world slash, other people have survived it, so I definitely believe Shigaraki would. Take into account Shigaraki is far faster than anybody in JJK, with faster than light reaction speeds, being able to dodge and reflect lasers. Then take into account Shigaraki's overwhelming regeneration and durability. He was being cooked by an orbital laser and managed to survive another laser onslaught after that and nukes. In fact, his regeneration was so good, Deku had no idea how he could put him down for good. Note, he was hitting him with attacks that could warp reality and bend physics. In Apex, Shigaraki has the speed and power of a Prime All Might. Running on fumes and a weakened All Might had multi-city level power. Getting touched by Shigaraki is instant death. With his augmented body and quirks, Shigaraki clears easily. Well, folks, it's about that time. I got tagged in this one today, and it says, who would win in a fight, the 3 Admirals or the 3 Sonics? Honestly, this is a stomp to me because the Naruto characters can't really do anything against the Admirals. Those who don't know, in the world of One Piece, the original 3 Admirals are what we call Logia Devil Fruit users. Logia Devil Fruit users become the pure element of whatever the power is that came from their fruit. Because their bodies are not purely made of that element, they can't really take damage like that from most conventional means. The only thing that can harm these type of Devil Fruit users is Sea Prism Stone, Salt Water, and Hockey. Sani don't have Hockey, so they wouldn't be able to harm them in most ways. You might say, but they have water style techniques. Kiji would just freeze it. Nothing they have would be the equivalent of freezing the ocean for miles. Talking about the same guys who fought for 10 days straight, permanently changed the landscape of a massive island to ice and magma because of it. And most of the Admirals can just straight one-shot them. And when fighting powerful Hockey users, they can hold more than their own. It would definitely be more powerful and faster than the Sani. Definitely believe that the Admirals are clearing this easily. Well, folks, it's about that time. I got tagged in this one today, and it says, who will win in a fight, Agent 6 or Rook Blanco from Ben 10? This fight is extremely up in the air for me. Both are extremely proficient fighters, 6 being one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Rook is no slouch either. He's handily defeated Master Kundo, who's one of the best fighters in the series, being able to easily take out Kick and Hawk, who is Ben's best fighter. Now, Rook has struggled with people who have faster than eyesight speed before, which 6 most definitely has, along with the speed and skill to block point-blank automatic bullet fire, along with the ability to slice through steel, bulletproof Evos, and Rex's block party, which can withstand hits from Humongosaur. At the same time, Rook has easily reacted to laser fire, and Rook has the Proto Tool, which is the most versatile weapon in the entire universe. Rook has taken full-blown boosted magical blasts to the face with no damage. Rook's Proto Tool is even strong enough to one-shot Charmcaster's golems, which dog the shit out of mutated Kevin. That version of Kevin can tank uranium explosions. 6 does struggle against people with better tech and who are stronger than him. Based off of versatility, tech, and strength, I give it to Rook. Well, folks, it's about that time, and as you guys know, I love Marvel Rivals, but they drastically need villains! So here's some of my picks of the baddest of the bad that should be in this game. We got a Hydra base, we need some Hydra characters like Baron Zemo. We have Arnim Zola posters everywhere in that base. He needs to be in the game. This base is holding back an Eldritch Beast. He needs to be a tease for Shuma Gorath, and he needs to be a tank. It seems like the next event is going to be heavily based around vampires. You can't have a vampire event that big without bringing in Dracula. Null is a prominent character in the game. It only makes sense just to add Gore the God Butcher in the game too. A good bit of Asgardians in this game, and we're dealing with King Thor, which is perfect because we need to bring in somebody who hates all Asgardians, like Mangog. Can't Can't have a bunch of mutants and X-Men together without involving Mr. Sinister. Bro has looks for days. You can get plenty of skins out of him. I mean, Thanos is a given, but we need Juggernaut in this game. This is a miss if this man is on a tank soon. Another top pick is Dormammu. Then give him his own map. Gotta have Sandman. He gotta get big for his ult. Definitely needs Super Skrull. Finally, the Mandarin. But what do you guys think?